besides Quran. There are several books, if you gather it, put it together, from His Holiness Muhammad and the other authorities in the Islamic denominations. It's unraveled, with the other religions. Muslims have more books, way more, than Christians and Jews and Hindus and Buddhists and any other religions. So there are a lot of sources and a great doctrine, but yet it's not being used, but it's been very, very misused. So it was in 2009, I went to Dubai. My brother invited me in Dubai. I heard a lot about Dubai, but I was just absolutely astounded, flabbergasted. Not by all the progress that is made in there, which is really amazing, but by the mind that's been behind this, the executive management, who managed this, who wished this, who organized it and orchestrated it. I just wanted to see that man. In a city, really, Dubai is a city. It's a desert. To your surprise, they don't even have enough oil. Oils are in the Abu Dhabi, but not much in Dubai. And these Emirates are united, but they're independent. The government of Dubai is its own. It's not designed by the central government of Abu Dhabi. It's different federations, none like it in the earth, really. Much more sophisticated than the Federation of the United States, actually. So they're completely independent, but they're at the same time united. So Dubai doesn't have even oil. Not much, I was told. So His Excellency, this Sheikh Mohammed of Dubai, Al Maktoum, it's an amazing individual. I have to, see him one day if I should. I don't like to see strange things, but this man is an amazing individual. He's created a system, dictatorship, but the human right of all kind of it is completely there. The organization, the police, the authorities, everyone's totally organized. For example, there is no drug in that country at all. Even if you come from any country, have the smallest drug in your eyes, they detect it and then they don't let it you in. So it's very, very clean, really. So what was amazing to me is the mind behind Dubai. How do you change a desert into this paradise? Why don't Muslims pay attention to this? I, investigated for myself. And I said, just imagine the mind that amazes me. No mind can amaze me. This man has amazed me. The mind of this excellent, Emir, and what he has done in Dubai economically, if it were to be extended sociologically to create democracy, freedom, and a just system, a role model, how important would that be? Can change the Muslim world. I thought if I see him one day, I would, beg His Excellency to write a book to explain his life and the challenges that he had faced and how he dealt with it. And bring all the youth in the country, which I saw there was a television, actually, program just for the youth in Dubai. And in one of the news, my Arabic is not very good at all, but I could distinguish when they asked him that if he likes the parliamentarian system, he said he welcomes it. So if a system is made with the help of youth, in my opinion, consultation with the youth, Dubai not only can, Emirate, I think in general, maybe starting from Dubai, not just an economic force, but a social system that rivals the best system in the world. You know, a system in which men and women are free to reach their highest, ability, but yet there is no adultery in this country, there is no drug, there's no, all the bad things are taken away. And that is where dictatorship is becoming a good thing. So he is a moral authority, in my opinion, and him and the government of Kuwait and Saudi Arabia have to be given the leadership of the Muslims because they have solved the economical problem for their people. Well, most people say they have oil, but I said in Dubai there's not a lot of oil. You study the income and the money that is generated in Dubai is not by the oil, is not running, it's something else, okay? It's very sophisticated to understand it. So there's no tax in this country, but then yet there is something called a sponsorship, not from workers, but those who want to do business, they would give certain percentage as negotiated between them and one of the citizens of Dubai, helps them, sponsors them to have their business in Dubai and given a work visa. And as it's negotiated between them, certain percentage, which you could call a tax, is given directly to the people of Dubai, not the government. Government doesn't take it. So I remember I went from Dubai to Egypt and I looked at the pyramids of Giza and Saqqara, which is about 20 kilometers between them, and a desolate land, total desert. I said to myself, this is the best, definitely the best, the most wanted real estate in the whole world. If His Excellency, the Emir of Dubai, was there, imagine what would he see out of that. He could probably create a city of 1 million people, the land sold directly to the foreigner in a landlocked kind of country where people don't work, but they consume when they can see their lord, the Pharaoh, I call it the Pharaoh city, city of Pharaoh, and they can enjoy their life. And that 1 million could generate such an economy that they could start a Bentley factory to sell car and everything else that these 1 million people could need. It would just totally create an upheaval in Egypt. And just a thought came to me, but I know it needs engineer, and who could be better than Shaikh of Dubai? But would this extend the feeling of humanity? Would it be extended from him to others? How easily these three countries of Kuwait, Saudi Arabia and Emirate, they can really change all the Muslim world, economically at least, because they are the leader. Okay. I thought if Sheikh of Dubai writes a book and get the youth together, he could create some kind of Islamic revolution. Not Islamic, but Arabic, whatever, human revolution among the Muslims of the world. If we're looking role models are there all over the place. But all of the Muslims, especially the government level, I've seen him in the authority, they have an immensity of thick, huge pride and arrogance. The only asset that can solve this and dissolve this is the attitude and the behavior of His Holiness the Prophet of Islam. He was in that situation when Arab at the time, they had no unity among them. In Quran, God says, verily thou possesses the greatest of all moralities, of attitudes, of akhlaq. إِنَّكَ لَعَلَىٰ خُلْقٍ عَظِيمٍ. That kind of a humility and humbleness needs from a man with a great heart to humble himself down and point in front of these arrogant people and tell them, let us solve the problem. Let us get the case solved. Saudi Arabia is the leader. Mecca is there. It's an obligation. It's a demand. They have to show the leadership. Spiritual leadership. Social leadership. Economical leadership. The leadership, you know. So this has been one of the problems. Or else this fundamentalism will, as I predicted, I'd seen it will take over the system. Some might say that you're just a talker to me to say that, you know. You say things that just, there's no way that you could fix it in a country like Saudi Arabia. English people say, if there's a will, there's a way. You know, if it's truth, it will go. Sometimes it needs sacrifice. What's the meaning of life then otherwise? Let a kingdom to fall down, let a king to fall down on the ground, but the truth to be served. Who is the man who wants to do this? Bin Laden did it, but he had wrong ideology. Like a doctor who went and put together poison for food. If the fundamentalists are so much against America and against the Western countries, wouldn't you think if he would have gone and bought a network in the United States, created a network even, a television network, and get all the black people and other thousands of them into Islam? Their sheer number could be just an amazing factor in changing the policy in the United States. Wouldn't that be better than bringing down the buildings, giving mandate to a president who had no mandate to rule, creating job for people? The women who didn't like their husband and big insurance coming to their pockets? What is the use of destroying the buildings? What does it do for Muslims and Islam? This is a childish grudge. This man, with all his sincerity, I vouch for it, he did not have a proper doctrine. Because their belief of Islam is so convoluted. They just look at one part of it and they think that's what they have to do. The biggest one for an Arab is his pride. Why don't you cover your pride very well so you don't get insulted? Have a shield around you. You know. But if this is not going to happen, this will continue. I was told by a man from Oman, I don't know his name right now, I just saw him for 10 minutes, that the name of Bin Laden is a holy name right now in all these Arabic countries. People don't talk about it, but in reality, all of them, they love him. They spend money in secret for him. Because they have not seen a role model. In Saudi Arabia, for such a long time, one guy comes, you know, but with a false doctrine, with a wrong doctrine. To attack the kingdom of Saudi Arabia, how could you be a Muslim in doing that, you know? What benefit it has? So, but it shows